Greetings, Starfinders. Welcome in on another fine Monday evening. That's right, it may be the start to the working week, but for us here in the Secret Lab, with me, by the way, your host, Jayven Fox, as ever, it's time to jet off to the stars once more. Well, I say jet off to the stars, we're already in the stars. We're currently on a salvager's trading post, the Farrabarium, with our intrepid party. It was an interesting week last week. They had a mooch about, met some new characters, had a stroll through the market. That's where we're going to be picking them up in just a moment. But for right now, let's go to the credits and see where the universe takes us this week. Thanks for joining me. See you in a second. Welcome back, everybody. And welcome to our cast. Tonight brought to you by the modern technology of Twitch Guest Star. You will find their names and links below. Chuck them a follow. Show them some love. Welcome in, Morbidank, Snudder Panda, Dondarkzoni, Cree. Good to see y'all. Okay, and I see Crime Bastard has redeemed a close mic moment. So we're going to close mic the catch-up this week. How's everybody's week been so far, anyway? I should be able to hear you all. There we go, there's a good sign. So,
I mean, it's only Monday, so, you know.
It is only Monday. So, to catch you all up, last week we finally made dock at the Farrabarium, run by a shifty-looking but ultimately friendly, it seems, Yosoki, by the name of Upketch. He has agreed to temporarily house the refugees that our party have rescued from Cryonis 3. A somewhat troublesome cargo, but of course, no fault of their own, and our party doing what they do best, helping the people. We stopped off for some Triaxian cuisine at one of the stalls, and the party did a little bit of shopping, stocked up on some weapons and ting. Also, maybe triggered a arms dealer's drug problem, but that's a story for another time. So, folks, we are going to pick up pretty much immediately where we left off. You guys had just finished your dinner, and you were making your way through the market. Now, she, paranoid thing that she is, had sensed that you'd picked up a tail, and not the furry Clara Gale kind. And she slipped away from the group to go and investigate said tale. A tall, armoured character. Haven't seen their face. But she did recognise them from the control room of the Farrabarium. The Farrabarium, for those of you who need a reminder, is a former Knights of Galarian warship that, after a particularly nasty run-in with an Eoxian undead warship, was rendered unusable, but not to the talents of the skilled Yosoki salvagers, and they took it over and turned it into this trading and mechanics way station out here in the Diaspora, which is the asteroid belt that orbits the sun that the Pact Worlds also orbit. So, I think that brings us pretty much up to speed. Now, I will say that Ellie is not with us this week, so she has taken this moment to go and explore the, should we say, the darker side of the station. She doesn't like to be surprised, so she has slipped away to go and see what else is taking place. Perhaps things on the station that might not be so immediately apparent. Just to get a lay of the land. So she has separated from the group right now. Yes, and apologies for the Farrabarium. We do seem to be a little bit laggy and frame ratey issuey, so apologies if we're not quite as smooth as perhaps normal. I do have a couple of Chrome tabs open, and we know that Chrome is very, very silly in terms of its RAM usage. So hopefully that might improve. I'm just going to do a couple of things here that may improve it a smidge. But yeah, I will try and iron some of that out for next week because, yeah, we're doing things just a little bit differently this week, and it appears to be challenging my system a little. So apologies for any AV stuff. Okay, so folks, I think Clara's just popped off to get her stew. So, boys.
That wasn't me.
Ah, okay. I'll tell you what, I will static you up then, Zoe. If you just let me know when you're back in your desk. So we're not staring at an empty chair, but we know you're with us. So, let me just sort this out quickly. Psh, static. Okay. So, folks, what do we want to do next as you make your way around this market? Yeah, stream's a bit choppy at this end as well, Morbid Ancal. Like I say, I will do my best to sort that, but we had to change a few things last minute this evening. So, gang, what's you thinking?
Guys, where are we going?
Still need medical supplies.
We do.
Okay.
We still need to stock up on lizards on sticks.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, let's
And
do that
roots.
quickly. Because that's right near us, right? That's right. It's just
There is a lizard on sticks vendor just across from where you just gotten your Triaxian dinner. And the thing is, you know, the nice thing is, of course, is you're not making the rookie mistake of shopping when you're hungry.
true.
So that should help. Okay, so in that case, yeah, you meet over to the local lizards on sticks vendor. Weirdly, coincidentally, a Kasathan, busy beavering away, throwing out sticks. It's quite a busy little spot. As you make your approach, he's like, "You want lizard on stick?
Yes. Lizard on stick.
How many sticks?"
Many lizards on sticks.
20 sticks.
Oh, 20 sticks. Okay. So he starts rapidly whisking out many sticks.
20 sticks each.
Oh, big order. Oh, you come back. You come back. Me busy. Pre-order 40 sticks.
You come work on our ship. Make us lizard on stick.
No, you come back. You pay. And while he's serving the other customers with two hands, you see him just start to prepare a special order with another pair of hands. He's just starting to put them in a little bit like plastic tubs. So yeah, he's going to be a minute. Obviously, he's quite, he's having to divide his attentions. So you can say you've got maybe a little while. Although at this moment you do notice that over off in the opposite corner of the market, you do see a medical supplies stall. So you can perhaps visit the stall while he prepares your order of lizards on sticks. Just as you're walking away, though, he does go, "You want to know the specials?"
Oh yeah.
Wait, there's...
Yeah. Yes.
Special today, we have spiders on sticks. Clearly, their proximity's Cryonis has. They've got a special on arachnoids on sticks.
Maybe Clara will want a spider on a stick.
No thanks.
I'll try a spider on a stick.
Spider on stick? How many?
Just the one.
They come in threes.
Just the 3.
3 sticks. He sets another.
Well,
little
if you're gonna get
box
3, I'll take one as well.
Hey. So he sets another little box aside, starts preparing those as well. Okay. In the meantime, you can absolutely approach
Just
the medical
Before we
stand.
mooch on over there, Blaz wants to ask this vendor. I don't suppose you know anyone on Absalom Station, do you?
Absalom Station? Yes, my cousin. He lives there.
We know your cousin very. We're some of your cousin's best customers.
Ah, good. Oh well, I give you family discount.
Oh, nice, thanks.
Ormungandr turns to Blaz. He's like, nice.
It could have gone horribly wrong, but nice.
It's about time Blaz's racism was rewarded, I say.
Just
there's just no answer to that, is there really? You know what this feels like with the choppiness? It feels like when you
Hashtag not all Casathans.
Hashtag not all Casathans. This feels like when you book into a Premier Inn and you have to pay a little bit more for the good Wi-Fi. You've landed on the Farrabarium, but oh, by the way, CB, I did make you a little command this week. You may or may not notice it at some point. Okay, right. So with your order of lizards and arachnoids on sticks being prepared by the friendly neighbourhood Casathan, you head over to the medical stall, I guess.
While we're walking over there, can I have a look and see who's all in here? If there's any shady people around.
Well, it has to be said, while this is a semi-respectable trading station, it is also
Extra shady people.
Right. So yeah, there are a fair few shady sorts about. It's like any kind of bustling market. There's a wide range of people, and this is not a kind of a high class station as far as you can tell. You do notice that there are quite a lot of free captains, the pirates, honourable pirates as pirates go. But yes, the privateer force that roam the diaspora, seemingly with impunity, because they do have a priority maintenance deal with the Yosoki that salvaged this ship. That was part of essentially I suppose you could say, a protection deal for the Farrabarium. The pirates don't bother the Farrabarium in return for getting first dibs on any new repairs they might need.
Okay, but no one super doing anything weird. No one's trying to rob me or any of the party or anything. I'm keeping my head on a swivel,
Not yet. But that kind of, you come across as quite streetwise. You clearly are watching your belongings, and that might be why you haven't been identified as perhaps an easy mark yet.
Good-o. Good-o.
Good-o indeed.
So guys, what do we need to buy here at this medical place?
We are, and Blaz looks pointedly at several abrasions and obvious leaking wounds on each of us, and says, "We are a bit fucked up, and I could use some kit to help us all be patched up. Some antiseptic adhesive and whatnot."
Okay, well I don't really know about any of that stuff, so you guys go ahead.
Okay. Well, as
Ormungandr,
go on.
sorry,
It's okay.
Ormungandr's like, looks around on the floor. He's like, perhaps Bilaz, we could just rub some dirt in it. It's what they told me back at the academy. Stopped you from bleeding.
Blaz?
Yeah.
Blaz just kind of shaking his head in horror at Ormungandr. It's like, no. You rub dirt in it if you want, but I'm going to clean it out later.
Ormungandr periodically just picks at his wounds because he likes scars. So he's just like,
Okay. As you approach this stall, you see all manner of medical equipment, vials, glassware, diagnostic equipment. Relatively well stocked, this place, but you don't see any sign of the proprietor as yet. It's kind of like a souk. It's set into the wall. It's quite a long, narrow stall, and it's quite misty in there. There are all sorts of bubbling concoctions, potions. It's quite a lot of product bubbling away, creating somewhat of a haze. Like I say, it's a fairly long, narrow stall.
Can you just do a little bubbly noise so I can hear it in my head, you know? Nice.
Damn right, it's nice.
Right, I'm there now. I'm there in my head.
Good. Thanks. You guys making your way in, just perusing the facility?
Yeah, I don't really know much about this stuff, so I'm just sort of like looking at different vials and bottles and like picking them up and swishing them around.
As you start to play with the stock, there is movement at the back of the stall, and emerging through the mist, you see. Well, there's no way really. There's only one way to describe it, really. A large floating brain with a tiny, shrunken, mutated, vaguely humanoid, purplish body dangling from the bottom of it. Grotesque proportions, you know, you're talking like a 4-5 foot brain just floating in front of you, and this little dangling body hanging beneath it. And as it approaches you, you don't hear a voice. You hear its thoughts, its voice in your heads. Welcome to my stall.
You guys can take this one.
We've lost Bad Blaz briefly, but good, perfect timing to lose him, of course. Absolutely perfect timing.
Oh, Ormungandr, unfortunately, I don't have a prop. There's he sort of looks at this giant floating brain and I suppose the atrophied little body, and he just his eyes like widen and his monocle falls out. Like unfortunately, it's on a chain.
I think the presence of this creature has basically like temporarily shut down Blaz's augments. It might be that and the poor and the Farrabarium connection, but something's crashed on Blaz. This is really the sort of diplomacy moment where you kind of wish your captain wasn't nomming down stew.
But fortunately, I'm going to suggest that I do have some knowledge, or rather, Ormungandr does have some knowledge of combat medicine. Despite the whole thing about rubs and dirt and plugging wounds, he does actually know how to keep himself alive when seriously wounded. Mm-hmm. So,
he's going to buy some dirt.
Yeah, he says. So do I communicate with this thing telepathically?
You can absolutely you can speak to this creature, or at least you can try. I guess you'll find out.
Testing 1 2 1 2.
Hello there,
yeah,
sir.
we can hear you, James.
Okay. Unfortunately, connection here is shocking. Apologies.
No problem. Well, I suppose we're going to static you up as well, then, aren't we? Not doing it hugely well for the visuals this evening. It's about. I think this might be the week that this show becomes a podcast.
Yeah.
We'll stick it on iTunes. It'll be fine.
So I got as far as Ormungandr wants to rub dirt in his wounds.
I mean, yeah, that happened.
You didn't
So,
hear the alien?
Nope, no alien.
I'm conversing with a 5-foot alien brain.
Yeah, I'm just gonna grab Blaz and like stick his face in front of the alien. with
a shriveled tiny little atrophied body attached. And communicates telepathically.
Technomancer, what are you looking for?
Oh, I seek first aid and healing supplies to ensure the health and continued combat effectiveness of my party.
Dirt from Vesk Prime, please.
Ignore the lizard.
You've come to the right place for healing supplies. No dirt here, though. Very clean.
Ormungandr looks disappointed.
So what is it you are looking to shop for here? What exactly are you after?
So, I believe to make my various medkit healing supply work, I need I think you said in previous streams antiseptic adhesive and was it UBPs?
So you have a dermal stapler which will allow you to stave off wounds and will give you a +1 whenever you use your medikit to stabilize somebody. So that's its very specific use. To make the staples, you're going to need some UPBs, which are universal crafting materials, essentially. And you're going to need some antiseptic gel, because otherwise you might get a nasty infection. So you're going to need some of those to make dermal stapler staples. But obviously you do have the harmonic locust beam weapon, which you picked up looting several weeks back now. However, you have been looking into the manufacturer's instructions, and it recommends you absolutely do not use that repeatedly in quick succession, as it may, and much like all medical devices, it gives you a list of side effects, some of which are mild, some of which are absolutely toe-curlingly horrible, and you just don't know how overly or under-cautious they're being. But you do know that firing it into a person more than 2-3 times a day. You know, certainly don't want to be just, you know, full autoing someone with that thing. Otherwise, it might not have the healing effect you would want.
Or it could turn you into the Hulk.
I mean, I guess it could. I mean, our friend Ultra Frost, I think I saw pop up in chat earlier. I mean, you can frost it up. Roll those dice and take your chances.
Yeah, my dice, I'm not taking that chance.
Probably wise.
So,
So for healing, you're going to need something else. You're going to need, whatever you're looking for.
Blaz will browse the display of what's on offer and point to. He will point to some antiseptic gel and request a small supply of UBPs, but he will also ask about serums of healing. You know, what have we got available in the world of serum of healing?
Antiseptic gel. Yes, we can serve you. Healing serums. Let me see. And the large floating brain just slowly drifts back off into the mist, presumably to go and check stock. But yeah, it did kind of. It didn't even gesture. It didn't move its little flappy limbs. It just, you sensed where the antiseptic gel was, and your eyes just drawn to where it's stored. And there are decent amounts of supplies. You do realise though that with this being a medical supplies shop, UPBs that's not really what they stock here. Like I say, they're a universal crafting item. That's more of a general supplies, maybe mechanics. You're more likely to find that sort of stuff in another stall. I will have a little look at antiseptic gel. So 2 seconds on that front.
Understood. We also left, and this is to Face and Ormungandr. We left quite a few beaten up refugees on the Rusty Mustang.
They don't need healing; they'll be fine.
So particularly savage and mercantile way of viewing the refugees.
They'll be okay.
Blaz turns away from Face and looks straight into Ormungandr's eyes and says, "How many charges do you have on your magical healing ray there, Ormungandr?"
7 charges left.
You can charge on the ship, right?
That's a good point. Yeah, let's make sure that when we head back, you know, I stabilized all of them, I think. But it'd be good to, you know, get them all back on their feet with a blast from the healing ray.
You wish me to shoot the slender female who you want to mate with?
Not really knowing how to respond to that, Blaz kind of just shiftily stares at his feet and mumbles, "Oh, you don't have to put it like that."
She is, the dragon is more sensible. Madame Dragon, many eggs. Your female, slender, not so many eggs. Few hatchlings.
Oh dear. Ormungandr, we need to have a conversation about how not every species reproduces using eggs.
Ormungandr looks nonplussed.
Eggless? What?
and turns to Face in shock.
I just shrug at him. I just shrug.
The floating brain returns. Did you say eggs? Fertility treatments? You are looking for fertility treatments?
No. Unless, I mean, I guess Maybe. What have you got?
I have heard about those blue pills that you can get.
Blue Winnies?
They're the
This
ones.
female, this female is small. She needs more eggs.
No, not blue win. Blaz would know what blue winnies are, and no, absolutely not. That is not what we need. It's basically, in Starfinder, blue winnies are a poison, right?
Correct.
Yeah, that's not what we're interested in, and I regret even considering asking for aphrodisiacs. Just the healing supplies, please, and I will teach the lizards about the birds and the bees later.
Education. Well, we have 2 forms of healing serum. Mark 1 and Mark 2. Mark 1s, 50 credits. Mark 2s, much better, 425 credits.
Okay, so if I remember rightly, healing serum Mark 1s restore 1d8 of hit points. Healing
Correct.
serum Mark 2s are 3d8 of hit points.
Correct.
But with that price point, we should probably just get a load of healing serum Mark 1s, right?
Yes.
This is a question for Ormungandr and Face.
Well,
I mean, the more the merrier.
if dirt isn't an option, then yes.
Okay. Right, okay, fine. Blaz requests 10 healing serum Mark 1s.
Oh, 10.
Yeah, bulk buy. Therefore, decent price, please.
You give discount?
Diplomacy check, please.
Low, he says.
Can
DC,
we
DC,
roll
DC
to
19.
Can we roll to assist?
You can.
Maybe we should let. I don't know what's your diplomacy like.
My
James?
Diplo bonus is not good, so if Face could
Face. Use your
into this.
use your dragon charisma.
I'll assist if possible.
Yeah, we'll both assist. Wait, I want to roll. I don't want to keep checking
Wait.
what it is. My assist is 18, so it's +2.
Am I assisting or am I?
No. We're assisting you because you've got the highest diplomacy check, haven't you? Because your charisma's good.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I rolled a 27.
There you go.
Boom.
For,
It's all the talk about eggs.
for 10, 450 credits. 10% discount.
I mean, that's decent. I take that.
Thank you to the giant brain. Well done.
And for your
Yeah, good stuff. I will take that deal.
And for your stapler, these. And it sort of kind of gestures at something it's actually managed to prepare in the back. A set of ready-made dermal staples. UPBs not required, already pre-infused with antiseptic gel, crafted for you by the very shopkeep themselves. And there are quite a lot. They've rustled up a batch while they've been back there looking for healing serums. They're pretty good at their job. 20 dermal staples, 300 credits, or more if you like.
300 credits, huh?
For 20 staples.
I mean, pricey, but obviously I'm going to have to take that deal.
Of course.
200.
750 credits.
Okay.
This brain is rinsing us.
Only the finest product. The finest medical supplies on all the Farrabarium.
Thank you very much. Blaz gives a slight bow.
This guy gives me the vibe of that woman in Star Wars that's like, if it's not in our system, it does not exist.
A little bit,
Don't know
yeah.
why.
The creature does a little kind of float, like kind of bob in altitude to kind of acknowledge your bow. If you'd like to give me a culture check, you can see if you know what this creature is.
10.
Yeah. 14.
Mm-hmm. Face, you having a punt at this one? Clara, you having a punt at this one?
What's
That was
this?
only a 10 for me,
A
Jay.
culture check to see if you can see if you know what this thing is.
9.
Oof.
That's with a +7 as well.
Ooh.
Actually, the 14 just makes it. You don't know this species very well. It's the first time you've come across one.
Got 8.
But these are highly evolved telekinetic creatures known as contemplatives. They have a very specialized evolution, very, 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 very focused on their intelligence, and they are, extraordinarily bright, very observant, and confident. Their behaviour is often a little bit jarring to colleagues of other species, they see verbal communication as rather crude, which is one of the reasons they always lean towards telepathy. You'll notice actually if you look at the contemplative, just on its it has a very complex-looking small piece of machinery just tucked across its, coming down from its kind of atrophied little collarbone. You would recognise this, Blaz, as a small contact speaker. It appears that this is one of the contemplatives that is capable of speaking by using this little speaker to convert its thought patterns into audible speech. You'd guess, presumably, because they do occasionally need to stoop to using language running the stall, but obviously they'd rather not if their customers aren't too disconcerted by the brain speaking. So there you go.
Okay.
And they are not uncommon through the pack worlds. Their home planet, though, they originated on Akiton.
Speaks admiringly of the crafted, pre-infused antiseptic staples, and compliments the chemist, and says, "So now that we are a little bit more acquainted, we're relatively new to the station. If we were looking to make some money, where could we do that?"
Interesting. This is a trading station. Trade would always be a good start. Of course, the races here you may come across often indulge in less, shall we say, sanctioned trades. You may find
Really?
somebody who perhaps has work less suited for general advertisement, if you know where to look.
Are there any holotap places here?
There are hollow entertainments dotted throughout Farrabarium, in various drinking establishments, entertainments. You will sometimes find the free captains gambling there. Of course, not me. Games of probability are not our first choice.
But nowhere to get hollow tattoos, no.
Ah. I misunderstood. How embarrassing. Do excuse me, your coarse language is sometimes very strange. Yes, if you wish to decorate yourself, you will find someone here who will stain you. Not me, however. Yeah, you could definitely. You get a sense. In fact, give me a mysticism check, actually, Face.
Mysticism.
Ready to be
Give me a 19.
unfizzed, by the way, Jay.
Unfizzed. Excellent.
Unfizzed.
We're going to unfizz Zoe.
I got a 16.
A 16. Okay, so you get the sense that the contemplative was trying to disseminate information to you. You also get the sense that, at least as far as the contemplative's concerned, you're a bit under-evolved to receive the message it was trying to send. You get a certain sense. You get. It's like you're being bombarded with information, but before you can process it, you get just a hint of frustration, and the sense that this creature's quite aloof. Like it's. I don't know whether you've ever tried to talk to somebody, and that perhaps you or they have quite a strong accent, and they go, "Sorry, can you say that again?" And then you say it again, and then they just kind of go, and they just give up.
Yeah.
You got that vibe from it, but you did with your 16. You did get a very vague sense of the layout of this ship. You got a bit of an understanding as to the ebb and flow of where various types of trade take place. It's not a map, but it's almost like when you've been to a town. You might not have been there for a few years, but you've been there before, and you've got that general sense of. I think there's good places to eat down this way, so you get that kind of gentle imprint of where you might find things on the station.
Okay, cool. Well, thank you, Giant Brain.
Thank you for your custom.
Alright, guys. Where to next? Ormungandr, I think we should get a hollow tattoo of a lizard on a stick each.
Hold on. Blaz kind of just calms the guys down before you go anywhere, and he starts going around applying a serum of healing to each party member within arm's reach.
Should we roll 1d8 to restore hit points? Or do you do something?
Blaz spent the money, so it feels like he should roll.
I use them on a living creature, so you are each living, which is fortunate. Okay, so Ormungandr first, given that he is closest to me, receives a 6 HP points.
Ooh, nice.
Okay.
Face receives 4 HP points.
Cool.
Clara, 3 HP points, sorry. Blaz, 6 HP points.
Excellent. Okay, a little
almost
top
back
up.
to half health.
Yeah, I'm not at half yet. I don't have
I'm
any
almost-
stamina left either.
I'm almost back to full health.
I'm
It's
on
the dirt.
no stamina
we-
and 10 out of 28 health.
We can do another round if you'd like. There's nothing telling us that we can't keep doing this, Juice.
I feel like we should save them. Hopefully we're not going to get into any fights in the immediate future.
Jay, if we rest, how quickly do we restore our hit points? Because I
Blaz-
mean,
Sorry, Blaz stares at Clara when she says that and raises an eyebrow and takes another serum of healing out of his pocket and applies it to his own arm. Gaining
Yeah, that
another
checks.
7 hit points.
Yeah, that's
Ormungandr
fair.
gives.
That's fair.
Ormungandr gives.
What was I thinking?
Gives Bilaz 40 credits.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. It is. It's getting towards sort of the evening time. In the market, I suppose you could say the 9 to 5 businesses are starting to kind of bring in their stock. Shutters are being slowly lowered. Things are winding down for the kind of daytime businesses here in the market. There are still people like your Lizards on Sticks vendor who are still doing a roaring trade. Obviously, the Triaxian Noodle Bar you visited the other week, that's still going, and various other kind of food and drink. And it's definitely getting more into the evening and more sort of the I guess the entertainment end of the day. As you said, you are all still injured. It is getting into the evening. What do you want to do? You can continue to explore the Farrabarium right now, or you could, if you so wished, you could head back to the Rusty Mustang, get some rest, update the Stang. What are you feeling? What are your thoughts?
Buy cigars, collect lizards on sticks, head back to ship.
Yeah, I could really do with resting up, and because I am still fucked up from fighting that goddamn laser butterfly.
He's a butterfly.
Yeah, we should probably head back and heal up those damaged colonists. We left them in a bit of a state.
No, they don't need healing.
Totally coincidentally, when Bilaz says that, Ormungandr yawns like a big Vesk yawn because he's genuinely tired. He's had a hard time.
Poor little guy's all
He
tucking
really
out.
He is. He needs a nice really hot shower. He wants to eat some more lizards on sticks, have a nice smoke, maybe steal some of Clem's good stuff, and then just go down for 40 weeks for a bit in his room.
Ooh. We should buy some booze.
We should get some
Yeah, we
good
should buy
stuff
some booze.
for
We should buy some booze.
for Clem as well. We should get some good stuff for Clem.
We drank a lot of his booze.
Jay, can we see anywhere in the market I suppose, either a bar or
An off license.
I was going to say an off license, but somehow that doesn't seem the appropriate descriptor. And then obviously a tobacconist, for want of a better word.
Yeah,
General merchandise store, please.
general merchandise. What are you searching for at the general merchandise store?
All of the above.
Yeah,
Basically like
booze,
booze and cigs.
Yeah,
Okay.
well, the kind of
Yeah,
standard thing
bags.
you go to a corner shop for.
Essentials, you know.
I love the way basically you guys are like, well, it was a good day shopping, but I'll tell you what, I'm wiped out. So let's just get a carrier bag of booze and fags and pick up a kebab on the way home.
Yeah, I mean,
Basically.
what else would we do?
Hey, look, I am not one to judge. You've seen me on a Monday night. so I don't judge. Okay, so yeah, so as you were
something Blaz wants to keep an eye out for, though. Is there any evidence of like corporate presence or organized religion around?
Let's come back to that.
On the massive cathedral ship.
I'm sorry, I just have to say this.
Mhm.
I've just been looking through like personal items to buy to see if there's anything that I could like ask for.
Yeah.
And there's an item called pot self-heating, but I first read it as pot self-hating.
Self-hating pot.
Yeah, and I was like, what?
It's pot that when you smoke it, just really lowers your self-esteem.
Yeah.
Wait, but given the context, like, isn't that almost just some pot? Depending on the type.
That's true.
Yeah, Jay, I just wanted to say that Ormungandr, every time like Bilaz mentions the people back on the ship, Ormungandr kind of looks at him, like sort of narrows his eyes slightly, and he just whispers to Face and says, "We're not sharing our lizards on sticks with the people back on the ship. Those are ours."
Yeah, they're our lizards. They're not
our lizards.
Fair enough. Okay. So
maybe they can have one of the spiders.
So yeah, as you start to kind of make your way back to the ship, keeping an eye out, or obviously heading towards the lizards on sticks vendor, you do see what passes for a space off license, selling a wide range of sort of, your kind of common or garden intoxicants. You see brightly coloured bottles, small vials, less vials. It certainly seems to be more intoxicant oriented. But yes, smoking paraphernalia, large ornate pipes, both archaic and technological, and all manner of strange dried leaves and herbs and crystals that can be consumed in such a way. Sorry, Zoe. Yes.
Is there space gin?
Obviously,
Really
we're far out in space, but you do. Well, I'll tell you what. You've only really seen it from outside. You would have to take a closer look if there was something specific you were looking for.
We're in pirate areas, right? I'm sure there's some space like moonshine.
Well, as you step forward to the small stall, you don't seem to see a shopkeep.
Everything must be free. That was an out of character joke. That was not Clara encouraging stealing.
I believe
five claw discount.
There's a counter, relatively low counter with a stool at it. You don't really see a back room.
Hello.
Looks behind the counter and like, is there anyone? Hello? Is there anyone there?
Hello! And up pops a Skittermander up onto the stool. Hello! Thank you for coming in. What can I do for you?
Oh my god.
Oh my god, you're the cutest thing ever.
What colour is he, Jay?
He's a blue one. He's a blue Skittermander. For those who don't know about Skittermanders, six-armed little creatures, big black eyes, like a cross between. We've decided a cross between Mogwai and a gremlin. So there you go. Oh, thank you for coming in. Well, I tell you what's cute, my deals. And he just starts bringing out lots of little bottles and stuff, and actually brings out a few samplers. You try this one. It's very good.
I'll try anything once.
Okay, So yeah, it pours out a little row of shots of a deceptively clear liquid. Hard to see, nothing visually that gives it away.
I'm gonna take a shot.
Okay, as you bring it up to your nose, you've got obviously quite a good nose. And as you bring it up to take it, just as it gets close to your mouth, you feel like all hair on your sort of muzzle just going. As you take it back, it briefly makes your eyes roll back into your head. It's quite the firewater.
Nice.
Do you try?
Says to the others.
Ormungandr.
I think I really think you
reaches
should.
out a claw, and it's like the scene in Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark, where it's just,
It's you worry that your sharpened teeth that you're very proud of might melt.
it's very good. What is it?
Oh, it is a special spirit. They make it in a distillery on one of the asteroids. They mine a mineral from under the surface, and they grind it up, and boil it, and burn it, and dissolve it, and this is what you get.
I'm very tempted to just like shoot a little bit of fire out my nose and light it before I drink it.
You can do that.
Oh, you should have done that with all of them.
How much is this?
Sorry, can I just check? Are you doing that, Face?
Yeah, fuck it, why not?
Cool. Can you all give me a reflex saving throw?
Oh,
Let's burn down the shop.
Oh, that wasn't that bad.
Baz rolls a 19.
Very good.
10.
Not so good.
17.
17. Yeah.
do maths.
Blaz?
19.
19. Okay, so basically everybody gets away with that. Sam, you are going to lose 1 stamina point and whatever passes for eyebrows.
I don't have eyebrows, but yeah, I lose 1 health point.
As the shot glass gently explodes, and there is a kind of like I don't know whether you ever had the hydrogen balloon experiment in your chemistry classes as a kid. And it just goes poof, and there's just a sudden little plume of blue vaporous flame that licks out, largely in Ormungandr's direction. You quickly shoot a glance at the shopkeep, concerned that he might be like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And all you get out of him is a woo! It's very...
Clara just leans closer to Ormungandr and goes, "Do you think we could keep him?"
Ormungandr, like, sort of hand starts moving towards him, and then he sort of stops himself.
So you like? You're at the butter?
Yeah, let's get some of this.
Yes. We'll take it. What do you call it?
How much?
For you? 15.
Oh, let's get like
15?
5 of those.
Yeah, I think we should get 1 each, and then 1 for Clem.
I might shut up early today.
I can buy the 1 for Clem if y'all need me to, because I haven't really been buying much shit on this trip.
So is that six bottles for 90?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Blaz,
Did you say?
Blaz removes from his inner pocket a vial of hyperleaf and makes it dance across his knuckles, and says to the Skittermander vendor, "I don't suppose you're in the market to buy as well as sell."
What you got? What's that? What's that?
Finest hyperleaf you can find on Absalom Station.
Naughty.
No naughtier than this brew.
That's very true.
The Skittermander kind of looks at it, and kind of you can see him kind of hopping from foot to foot, and he goes, jumps down off the stool, skitters across the shop, and goes like leaps up and just grabs a shutter and goes, like sort of brings his whole body down on it. He's like,
How much you want for the hyperleaf?
Well, we're looking to trade. We're in the market for something very special. Something you might call good stuff.
Oh. Gift?
Yes, gift.
Oh. Oh, who for?
For a very
He's so
close
cute.
friend of ours.
What they like?
Blaz describes as best as he is able the good stuff that he's previously shared aboard with Clem.
and he just shuffles along a bunch of aisles, and goes,
Big flavor?
Big flavor.
Big flavor.
Smoky, peaty, challenging, complex, oily, coats the mouth on the way down. Smooth finish. Notes of caramel and vanilla.
Can get anyone drunk.
Poetry!
and then leaps up and brings down like quite big next to the Skittermander. It's like holding it with 4 of its arms, and pops over and he goes,
Pretty!
and it comes in quite an ornate bottle. It's quite, I mean, presentation alone, you kind of, it's not some old flask, it's like an elegantly carved, kind of crystal looking decanter, I guess you would say.
Comes from far away!
Hey, can we try a little bit of this?
Nope. No samples of this one. Too good. This isn't
Okay.
boom juice. Boom juice be samples. This is the good stuff.
Sounds encouraging. Straight swap.
Swapsies!
And he just like snatches the hyperleaf off you.
Doesn't seem like he needs it.
Plus takes the ornate bottle of booze and carefully stows it in his backpack.
Fantastic.
Jay, did you say there were is he a tobacconist as well?
Basically, yeah. You know what passes for tobacco? It's like a Willy Wonka tray of random shredded leaves and crystals and like putties, but they're all kind of smoking paraphernalia seems to be largely together.
So is it loose rather than rolled into cigars?
What you can see is
Okay. So, you have Balsarian Red Leaf from Vesk Prime.
Oh, red leaf. Yeah. You want loose or you want it in death sticks?
Want to buy some death sticks?
Do you want to buy some death
Yeah.
sticks?
You don't want to sell me death sticks.
I do want to sell you death
Yeah.
sticks.
I want to buy death sticks, but also you have a pipe.
Yeah, I
Oh, we
would
have
like
pipes.
a pipe. I would like a Gandalf pipe, please.
What's a Gandalf pipe?
I'm gonna describe the pipe from the Lord of the Rings that Gandalf smokes.
Oh, sweepy twisty pipe. Beep beep.
and he just shoots off, and then comes back with something about his size. It looks like almost like it's like a ladle, but with a smaller bowl. But not that much smaller, really.
Nice. I'll take it.
So Jay, I want a pipe that looks like a quintessential British officer's pipe circa World War One, as we're asking for bizarre pipes. I think that's more reasonable than the Gandalf pipe.
Okay.
But also, and,
So you've basically got a ladle and a Popeye pipe,
wow, that's the corn cob pipe, isn't it?
I suppose.
Anyway, and like and whatever, like a good humidor, a good stock of Valsarian red leaf cigars, and then loose as well.
Okay. He gathers these things up for you.
And I want one last request amongst his spirits is, do you have any plasma bolter brandy?
Plasma bolter brandy. Have a look.
Skitters off. Yeah.
I love this guy. He's great.
That would be. That would also be. That's an import. So a little bit more expensive than the boom juice.
Boom juice.
25 for the plasma. And
Two
okay.
Two bottles of plasma bolter.
Okay. 25. Big boy pipe. Little boy pipe.
Ormungandr arches an eyebrow at the description of his pipe as the little
I
boy
know.
pipe.
Is there any hot chocolate powder in this shop?
20, 15. And the red leaf. 100 credits, all in.
I'll
I'll
pay.
go halves. I'll go halves of them up.
It's very good of you.
So
No
50
hot chocolate. No.
50
No hot
each.
chocolate.
If you are flying home down the street.
Thank you. Do you have any Vlacken specialties by any chance? I know it's a long shot.
Oh. Ooh.
Pops off, comes back with a. You would probably recognise it's kind of like a reddish, almost like a cake type material that when you dissolve in hot water, it kind of effervesces and gives off like warming vapor. A little bit of body tingles. It's like I suppose it's like Vlacken après ski. You know, and you just like break chunks of it off like cake, and you just drop it into boiling water, and it kind of foams up and gives off this kind of, you know, almost like eucalyptusy kind of vibe. But it also, you know, like helps heat you up after a cold day on the old homestead.
Not just like a steam treatment, but
Oh yeah, no,
an
it's
actual
drinkable.
drink
Yeah,
as
yeah.
well.
But it will clear your sinuses as well.
Sick.
Sick.
How much are those?
For you 10, because you're pretty.
Oh,
Damn.
thanks.
This skin man has got ridged.
He likes
I'll
big
take.
women.
Hey, excuse you.
Relative sizes.
Right, folks. Are we all stocked up? You've got quite an armful of gear there.
2 bottles of boom juice.
No, you've got six bottles of boom juice.
No, I meant just what Clara's buying.
Oh,
It's
right.
2 bottles of boom juice. One for her, one for Clem.
Yeah.
And then, so that's...
You got the bottle of good stuff, 2 bottles of plasma bolt brandy, 2 pipes, some red leaf tobacco, and some Vlacken warming cake.
Cigars as well. Red leaf cigars too.
Oh, you
Let's
do
get
want death
another
sticks.
shot.
I do want to sell you death sticks. 10.
I'll buy 2 of those cakes.
50.
Okay, 20 credits for the pretty lady. And you want how many death sticks? Death sticks, how many?
50. 50
Okay,
death
50
sticks.
sticks, 50 credits. Credits a stick. Okay.
How much for... So, how much for the 2 cakes and the 2 boom juice?
10, 15.
So 50 total. Okay.
No.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
I got lost in your eyes.
Will you give us a discount if the pretty lady kisses you?
Oh my god. Clara just narrows her eyes at Ormungandr.
It's time to pimp the captain.
Someone needs to take him back to Madame Dragone's and let him blow off some steam.
It's alright, buddy. We'll be back there soon.
Captain, I have a serious smoking
Clara
habit.
does reach down and just pat the Skittermander on the head, though.
No, you want to kiss him?
He hops up onto your kind of shoulder here and just like goes up to your big fluffy ear and goes,
It's okay, you don't need to.
and just jumps down and then knocks 5 credits off your bill,
God,
Clara.
I love him.
5 credits off your bill.
So much.
Saving you money here. Saving you money. No appreciation.
So 45 for Clara then. Okay.
It's kind of like...
Honestly, you conquer a people's planet, you bring them law and order, and this is how they repay you. They blow you off with lacquer.
By the way, just while we're taking this brief second, everybody's totting up their shopping
fluffy.
list. Ezerim, welcome in. Thank you so much for the follow. Yeah, I hope you're enjoying it so far. And making it all the way over from YouTube land to Twitch land. Really appreciate that. So, yeah, welcome aboard.
Yeah.
Good to see you.
Can you add, like, custom items?
You can. Yeah, you can. Yeah.
Oh, there's a custom item.
Oh,
button.
and Vampire
Why
Child
did
as
I
well.
find it?
Thank you so much for the chat as well. Welcome in also.
Black
I just wrote it all down,
Hey.
analog style.
discs.
Hello.
So quite the shopping trip there. A lot of stocking up. A lot of stocking
I
up.
think that's the first time Clara's ever been flirted with.
with a vial of illicit drugs.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, you are turned into quite the dealer here on the Farrabarium. That's the second shopkeep now you've given some illicit narcotics to. Did you think there might be any consequences to that?
Yeah,
Yeah, and I can't
matching-
wait to see Blaz to have them.
I think I'm matching their drug of choice with their specific personalities quite well so far. Rapture Dust for the Minotaur, Hyperleaf for the Skittermander. It's all going well.
Bespoke racist drug dealer.
Cree, yeah, Twilight Imperium is amazing. You might not realise this, but the Secret Lab began as a Twilight Imperium stream. That was the very first stream I ever did on Twitch many moons ago. So yeah, no, that was a regular. It was Tuesday night TI, wasn't it, James? You were part of our TI Twitch playgroup. I had to stop playing it on stream because we were playing it week in, week out. I started to get really mega salty, and I've never been salty about a board game in my life. And then I started to become like a really bad version of myself in front of an audience. And I was like, there was one day I hit the board game equivalent of rock bottom and was like, I was watching some stream back and I was like, I don't like what this is turning me into.
What have I become?
I might actually have to take a break from this. Yeah, and we haven't. Although we have said, haven't we, James, that we do at some point want to bring back. We want to do like a bit of a kind of for old time's sake TI stream. So I think that is probably on the cards at some point. So, as mentioned, get in the Discord if you want to be first to hear about if and when that might happen. Discord is the place to be because all the announcements go up there. Okay, are we all back and happy?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, excellent. Right. So yeah, as you saunter back, happy with your, you wave goodbye to our hyper little Skittermander friend, and he just waves back with all 6 arms. You start making your way back to the Rusty Mustang, obviously swinging by the Kasathan on sticks vendor.
Of course.
You wanted lizards and spiders on sticks?
Who's there? And spiders? Yes, that was us.
And bears, oh my.
So 3 for 5. So 35. I throw an extra stick for you, and then the spiders, they 6 for 5. So 41. 41. You want sauce?
Yes.
Spicy
I was
sauce?
like, yeah, hot
Spicy
sauce.
sauce.
All 4 arms come out.
Spicy sauce!
and on it goes. And there you go. You are
Lizardon sticked up.
fully sticked up. As ever, I will give the opportunity. Do you want to try and chat to this guy?
We have important things to do, like eating these lizards on sticks.
I figured as much.
Wait. Yeah, Ormungandr wants to briefly chat with him. He says, "So, do you sell a recipe book, perhaps?"
No book, but you take lizard, you stick, hot, make hot, lizard on stick.
Ormungandr does this and then pulls out his notebook.
Starts writing this down.
Do a diagram as well. That you
Yeah, like sketches, just a little sketch, brief sketch.
As you're doing that, one of his arms shoots out and goes, No, stick not in that end. Stick this end.
So would you call it almost a spatchcock?
I don't know what you call these things. I know lizard, I know stick.
Ormungandr writes down spatchcock ?
Okay. Excellent. Well done, everybody. Quite the successful shopping trip, I would say. As you wander your way back to the Rusty Mustang, you see one stall that sort of looks quite different to all the others. All the others are fairly functional, like I say, souk kind of looking places. But you come across one that seems almost to have grown out of the bulkhead. It has kind of almost these vine-like structures making up the doorway, and at the doorway sits a robed character with almost electric green hair and blue dappled skin, and a set of very dark glasses. You can't see their eyes, and they are sat with several books out in front of them, and are quietly flicking through. And as you walk past, you are quite a conspicuous group. He slowly raises his head. You wish to know your future?
Clara thinks about the nightmares she's had and just goes, "No!" Just walks off.
What's this? What are you saying?
Your future. You wish to glimpse your future?
I mean, I don't know. Is it really my future, or are you just going to tell me stuff that I want to hear?
I have no way of knowing what the Limwalker may tell you, but I can definitely promise it won't necessarily be what you want to hear. Merely one path, one possible path for your roots to spread.
Can I do some sort of check to see if I know what a limb walker is?
Give me a culture check.
Can I do the same, Jay?
In fact, you know what? You actually no. You can make that a mysticism check. I think. Let me just check.
Sorry, did you say limb walker?
I did say limb walker. Yeah.
Walker.
Yeah. Give me a mysticism check.
Okay.
And this is going to be.
Can I do this?
Go on.
20.
Okay.
Can I do the same, Jay? Or I guess I don't need to because Face will tell me.
Face. In your Witch Warper training, you have heard this term before, and you would recognise this creature. You were looking at a Ghoran, and unlike many of the races you've come across so far, Ghorans evolved from shambling vine-like creatures. They are a plant-based life form with a pretty tragic past. They evolved on Galarian long before the Gap. They were originally created by an obsessive druid. And every aspect of the Ghoran physiology was designed to be perfect. Unfortunately, that did include perfect taste. And their flesh-like rinds were so delicious that humans nearly hunted them to extinction. And each was only able to produce one seed, so their existence as a species became very precarious. So over hundreds of generations, they evolved from these kind of vine-like creatures into humanoid forms, but they ended up ostracized by humanity. But they're roughly the same size as humans. In some ways, look similar. Like I say, they have these creeping vines running all over them, yeah, some of them are renowned for their mystic abilities. As a race, they are rather attuned to the natural world and the magic here within the Starfinder universe.
But I don't know what a limb walker is.
Not specifically.
Do you know what? I'm gonna go for it. Fuck it. I'm gonna go for it. Go on, tell me my future. I dare you.
Myers gives an exasperated, sneering sigh and makes it very clear that he is not impressed.
Just to let it be known, Face is not believing in this.
Okay. Forgive me, I must ask for 100 credits for the reading. It is a difficult existence here on the ship. It is merely as a tribute to the Limwalker.
I will give him 100 credits.
Thank you. Your tribute is most welcome. Now, I must ask, do you have anything personal about your person? An object, perhaps? Something of significance to you? She will need this for the reading.
I guess you can use my axe. This is the closest thing I have to that.
A fine weapon. This will be absolutely perfect. Forgive me, one moment. Disappears through a curtain of leaves and vines for a moment into the back of this grown stall. And a moment or so later, in fact, he's going to be a minute or so. So if you guys want to sort of talk while you're waiting, you can.
You better bring my axe back. If he doesn't, I'm going in there.
Face.
I says to Face, I could tell you your future. You're 100 credits poorer.
Yeah, I'm sure you can tell my future just as well as he can, honestly. But, you know, when in Rome, why not, eh?
Where is this Roman? Looks like an axe thief to me.
Rome is a small town back on my home planet. They do things weird there, so we have a saying about it.
As you're discussing this, he reemerges. His expression has changed. Looks more serious. The Limwalker is ready for you now, if you wish to enter.
I squeeze myself into this thing. I don't know how big it is.
Okay, so as you make your way in, it is draped everywhere with more of these vines. It's almost like you crawled into a seed pod. It's quite cozy, and there are small glimmering lights running all the way along the vines, almost like fireflies, and they're gently pulsing. In the center of the room, there is another Ghoran, a female this time, as much as this species is kind of gendered.
Sexually dimorphous.
Pretty much. But there are definitely differences to the Ghoran you met outside, and her robes are incredibly ornate and woven, and are rippled with more flora and fauna, and these robes extend out into the room. And you almost can't tell where the room starts and the robes stop. They seem to just blend with the surroundings. It's quite dark in there, and you become very aware of the kind of thick smell of sap and flora around you. Maybe it's just because you've been cooped up on Rusty Mustang and on mining colonies and snowy wastelands for so long, but it's kind of nice to be immersed in such a cozy, fragrant, and organic green space. You've almost forgotten what it was like to be surrounded by plant life as you step in through the door.
Limwalker, I presume.
She just gently brings a slender arm wrapped in branches and gestures to a raised area, kind of cushioned, almost fungus-like outcropping in the wall, as though gesturing to you to sit.
I will go and sit.
When she speaks, she is speaking, but there's almost an after image of everything she says that sort of echoes in your mind. It's similar to telepathic species you've come across before, but she isn't communicating telepathically. She is speaking, but it has this strange subconscious echo as she speaks. The noble warrior. You wish to know where your branches may lead.
Sure, yes.
We do not tell the future here. Anyone who claims to know the future neglects to take in the importance of all the choices and branches along the way. Here we determine the strongest branches, those sturdy enough, thick enough to support your path, and with luck, provide you with some insight. as to where the thinner sapling branches may not.
Okay.
Do you have a question for me?
No.
Always wrestling to find balance between peace and war, between this place and the other. A tall order. But your hardest trial is yet to come. In order to find the binds that you seek, you must first find peace in yourself. To honor your family, you will need to find the balance of forgiveness. If you cannot, all you hold dear will be at the mercy of your rage. When you believe you are ready, follow the silver path of home. Perhaps you will find your future.
I see.
Is there anything else?
No. I think I've got all I need.
May your roots carry you safely ahead.
I'm sure they will.
And before you go, the others, their branches intertwine with yours. I know they may not wish to speak to me. But you are also a leader. And as she was giving this reading, you found yourself being drawn into her words. And at the periphery of your vision, you sensed the firefly-like pinpricks of light that run through these vines, almost undulating and oscillating with her words, and stretching around you. You are not superstitious or necessarily, this is not really into fortune telling. Something about this experience felt important to you. And you could sense your witch warper senses gently bristling to her words.
I understand so much more now. No, yeah. I'm gonna just thank her and leave.
You are most welcome. And as you walk out, that slight bristling, all of the witch warper skills you've been practicing of late, all that time spent balancing on your tail, trying to focus on your energy, feels almost as though something's fallen into place. Something's kind of clicked. It feels closer than it did before.
See? There we go. It's all worth it.
Okay, as you step outside, and the Ghoran from outside whisks back into the little enclave and returns with your axe. Looks at you very dead in the eye and goes, "Your axe." And presents it back to you.
I take it politely. And then turn to the other guys and say, "What a bunch of hokum."
Sir, please, I beg you, please do not speak of the Limwalker in this way. It's very disrespectful. Sirs, madam, it's a rare opportunity to talk to such a unique individual. You sure I can't convince you to take this opportunity?
I'm probably the one that believes in this the most, and that's why I'm very reluctant to accept your offer. I'm not sure I want to know what path lies ahead of me.
Take me to the witch.
No. Sir, of course. And do you have a tribute for the Limwalker?
A tribute?
A mere 100 credits. I'm sorry, I know it's ignoble to ask, but we must also survive out here.
Ormungandr gives him 100 credits.
Okay. And a personal item from you?
Personal item. Takes off his monocle, puts it in his hand.
Thank you, sir. Whisks back inside. Emerges a moment later. The Limwalker is ready for you now. And gestures you inside. As you walk in, you're greeted by the same sight. You too are hit by the green. It's been so long, and you again. There's a sense of you appreciate it. It's a much needed change of pace and terrain from what you've been dealing with over the past several weeks. She again gestures to the fungus in the corner, and as you sit down, its sponginess kind of gives under your weight, and you feel yourself almost sinking in to the foliage of the room. It's a very meditative space, and again, the thick atmosphere and pungent floral notes of this room begin to wash over you. The cold-blooded warrior. Too hot. Head for shade. Too cold. Bask in the sun. The prodigal son. A truly magnificent weapon of war. Tell me, soldier, on the grand battlefield, whom is the real threat? The weapon, or the soldier that wields it? You are a stone statue of duty, dreaming of order and empire, and of being a real boy. Such conviction in one so young. But the universe is far older than you or I, and laughs at the convictions of youth. Do you hear the joke? Do you know how it ends? A day will come when you will see a dragon star rise in the north. You are a lightning rod, but in that moment, you will need to choose whether or not you merely transfer your power to the cold ground. And as the glimmer of the lights finishes kind of pulsing out from her, she kind of sinks back into the vines and just slides the monocle out in front of her. And it appears that might be what you're getting.
Ormungandr tilts his head respectfully, retrieves his monocle, looks slightly concerned, and leaves. As concerned as he can.
Excellent. You turn back outside.
How did it go?
The witch spoke of death, and a warrior, and a weapon.
It's
And the
pretty
warrior
vague.
is the weapon. And a dragon rising in the north.
She just like kind of looks at her face and then looks back at Ormungandr. Fuck. She gets
That
out
was-
100 credits and holds it out to the little dude.
Madam, thank you. I will speak to the Limwalker. Personal item?
She's gonna go into her bag and pull out a very well-loved crime novel. Her favorite crime novel. And just hesitate for a second before like carefully passing it over.
Okay. It's another minute or so before the Ghoran outside lets you know that the Limwalker is ready for you now. And again, you are accepted into the space, and she gestures to the fungal sofa, for want of a better term. Captain, friend, protector, child, and mother. I see a shattered mirror. The broken reflections of loss. You try to cling on to the shards of the mirror, hoping to carry this loss wherever you go, grasping at images of ghosts until your paws bleed. But you can let go of the splinters. They were never yours to begin with. What happened to them was not your fault. And you will see them again.
But before you do, you will have a life in your hands once again. Whether you wash this blood from your pores or stain them further will be up to you. But it will define what your life truly means. Whatever you decide, it means something.
I have so many fucking questions.
You may ask.
You said child and mother. What did you mean?
Child, I rarely know what I mean. These are not my thoughts. They are not my branches. I merely walk whichever will support my weight.
Can you at least tell me if the mother part of that was future or past?
Yes, future and past.
I've heard enough. And she just, like, shakes her whole body and just gets the fuck out.
Cool.
And retrieves her book on the way.
Of course. You get all your belongings back.
And when she comes out, she kind of looks up at Face and just says, Hokum, totally, and just walks off.
Ormungandr strikes a match off his face and lights one of his dad's sticks, and he was like, seemed pretty convincing to me.
Are you guys kind of done here, do you think?
I guess so.
Blaz, you're conspicuously quiet.
Clara wasn't very convincingly lying, by the way, just so you know, when she said Hokum, that she's not a convincing liar. She 100% believes it. She's just trying to lie to herself.
Face nods at Clara and then asks Ormungandr for a death stick.
Yeah. Takes a deep drag.
You know the meme of the guy that's just like smoking.
Yeah, it's what's his face?
The Ben Affleck meme?
No, I thought not the Ben
just
Affleck.
looks really
No, not the Ben Affleck.
That would be Clara.
Is it Robert? It's not Robert Downey Jr., is it? I can't remember the name of the guy from The Wolf of Wall Street, who's the
Leonardo DiCaprio?
The other guy. Not Leonardo
I've
DiCaprio.
not seen that movie. I just know that he's.
I meant the Ben Affleck one. Yeah.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Hell yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Blaz, what are you? Where are you at the moment? What's going on with you?
Blaz has no interest in this mystic nonsense. It's
Smart.
It's a little bit too much like religion for him, so he's just been standing there disdainfully waiting for everyone to finish wasting their money.
Oh,
Matthew McConaughey is the person I was thinking of.
As you guys are kind of like starting to move to leave, the Ghoran, having returned the book to Clara Gale, has kind of went back inside. It seems as though he's tending to the Limb Walker after every reading. And as you guys sort of turn to start heading off, the Ghoran comes, just chases after you for a couple of steps, and just gently places his hand on Blaz's forearm. Oh, as if trying to catch you.
Blaz flinches away and rounds on him with a very stern what?
My apologies. The Limb Walker. She asked me to offer you a free reading. Please, this is a great honor. It will take but not a moment.
I am outraged at this.
Only because Face has bristled at the notion of me getting a free reading. Blaz is going to reluctantly play along and be like, fine.
Ormungandr chuckles.
If we're waiting around for an extra reading, Clara's also going to ask you for a death stick.
Everybody's just stood out by the bike sheds.
Just like, fuck this shit.
As soon as Blaz accepts, you know, in the Disney's Hercules, when Hades is smoking a cigar, and then he gets really angry, and then he smokes the whole thing in one go.
In just one giant dragon pull.
And then all the ash just like falls off at the end. I'm gonna do that and like let some smoke out my nose.
I tell you what, while you are having a smoke and as Blaz is preparing for his reading, just as he's entering the chamber, you see the Skittermander shopkeeper just heading home on a tiny bicycle. He's like, and basically kind of he has a tiny bottle on him. He's like,
nightcap.
So you might have missed out on a free reading, but it looks like you're going to get to have a little nightcap on the house with your Skittermander shopkeeper friend, which will hopefully make this whole ordeal a little easier to swallow.
It does instantly calm me down.
Yeah.
So you're now
Cigarette
drinking and
shot.
smoking in the town square. As Blaz,
Oh, we're like little delinquent 15-year-olds.
yeah, you want some strongbow. Blaz, what's your personal item?
Blaz removes his much-loved dermal stapler from his pack.
Not the stapler.
Wow.
After everything you've been through together.
The advanced electromagnetic stapler.
And you say you weren't taking this seriously. Okay. You were gestured in, and again, it's skeptical as you may be, you are struck by the warmth and womb-like nature of this room, and her presence. It does feel like you've stepped into another world, especially from the kind of general nightlife and hustle and bustle and people making their way past out on the street. As soon as you step inside, all the ambient noise just drops away and becomes like another time, another place. She, as before, gestures to you to the mushroom couch opposite her in this space.
Blaz takes a seat warily and warns the thing sat across from him that I'll have no truck with gods.
Yes. The skeptic. I must confess, I was unsure whether your branches could carry the weight of your path to me. Here to mock, to dismiss, to disregard. You have so much pain in you. Yet no matter how much of yourself you replace, the pain never subsides. Take heart. You will have your chance at revenge. Many times. But the true battle is within. You will only win when you surrender. And to the very thing you fear the most. A higher power that will allow you to augment the one part of you that still eludes. Your soul. But you know, this is all pantomime and superstition, don't you? How could there be a higher power if it requires anything from beings as lowly and meaningless as us? You may keep the credits you value so much. I hope you at least enjoyed the show.
Yeah, okay. Nice show. Thanks very much. Blaz reaches across a hand, offering to shake.
I have no need to inflict pain on others, so I will take your gesture in the spirit in which it is intended. And she sinks back into the chair.
Offended, Blaz makes his way out of the strange plant womb.
Outside, you find your party trying to hide their curiosity while having a nightcap with a... well, I say having a nightcap. The nightcap has been consumed, and you just see a little Skittermander wobbling off on his push bike.
Good night!
And he just disappears off down an alley.
Blaz looks around the faces of the party and says, standard cold reading nonsense. Don't believe a word of it.
Would you describe it as hokum?
I would quite happily describe it sincerely as hokum, not as concealing emotional damage hokum.
Clara shoots you a little glare.
Ormungandr, confused by the description cold reading, says, Yes. She described me as cold as well. This is a good thing.
Oh, God.
Good thing for us, not for them.
Did she advise you to find a female with more eggs?
Oh, God. Okay. Let's just... Okay. And Blaz starts walking back towards the ship and kind of puts an arm up and reaches up to tap Ormungandr's shoulder and say, guys, listen, when a mummy and a daddy love each other very much.
Oh, God.
And,
Let's not use the mummy and daddy analogy.
The female lays many eggs, and there are many hatchlings, and they grow strong and serve the Empire. Yes?
Only among reptilian races, dear.
You do not...
Other races procreate in a slightly more fun way.
Captain, you do not
Usually.
lay eggs?
Nope.
Truly, you are very strange.
Have I arrived at a bad time?
No, we were just talking eggs.
You have arrived at the perfect time.
You spin around and you see the hulking form of the assistant, the body man to your employer, Aldous Callahan, one Otto Baratha, a very large and chunky, uplifted bear, speaking to you as he does, telepathically. And he slowly saunters over to you with his long gait.
You have been busy.
Yes.
Yes, very busy.
Where are the rest of you? Miss Nanashi, where is she?
Oh, she's skulking around here somewhere.
I believe she is running security for the group.
Reconnaissance.
I
Skulking.
see.
She's skulking.
We need to talk. But not here.
Okay.
To the Mustang, then.
Yes.
To the Stang.
You make your way across the
Stang.
the Farrabarium into the nighttime now. And as you reach the docks, you make your way up. It's essentially a set of mobile stairs that are currently linking the small airlocks on the side of the ship. You punch in the access code and get inside. You're obviously greeted by the faces of the 100 or so colonists that you've rescued. You don't see any of the kind of the key players right now, but you do see. You do see Rubio Locus, security chief, as yourselves and Otto Baratha make your way into the cargo bay.
So,
Lot of passengers.
Yeah, as you can see, we've picked up a few people.
Yes. We were
including among them, and Blas reaches out and touches a comm panel, nearest comm panel, and says, Dr. Helsig, please report to the cargo bay. Dr. Helsig to the cargo bay.
A moment or two later, Dr. Helsig makes his way down. You guys have obviously made your way into the cargo bay now and are sort of picking your way through the kind of makeshift refugee camp that's set up here and the cargo deck of the Rusty Mustang. And Dr. Helsig makes his way down the cargo bay steps from upstairs, the living quarters. And as soon as he sees Otto Baratha, he comes bounding across the cargo bay deck, and he's just like,
Mr. Baratha!
and leaps up and just clings on koala style onto Otto.
Dr. Helsig, it is good to see you.
And he gives him like almost a little hug back. Actually, it's the warmest you've ever seen Otto Baratha.
As you
Walk
see,
to the big guy.
We found the target, and but we didn't quite settle the business on the moon, because the moon kind of blew up in a way. So we had to sort of evacuate everyone, and now they're on our ship. We're trying to sort out ways for them to get home.
I received your message before you left Cryonis. I headed there before you relayed your update, telling me where you had gone. The planet, the settlement, destroyed. But you have done very well. Mr. Callahan is very pleased.
Oh, good. I'm glad
Good to know.
He has sent me here to help you while he does his business to help secure a future for the workers.
Okay, so he's gonna sort these guys out then, yeah?
He has provided me with funds. It will allow you to pay for the workers to stay here until they can be relocated.
Okay, well I guess we should sort out with the big honcho.
Yes.
Up catch.
Catch up.
Up catch.
Well, join us for a drink first, yeah?
Thank you. But no drinks for me. I will remain here. I must speak with Dr. Helsing. You must speak to Upketch.
Okay, no worries.
Before we go anywhere, we really should do something about these triaged, injured colonists. Otto, you may not be aware, there was a slight incursion from an extra-dimensional alien entity who kind of fucked us up a little bit.
I understand. But we must begin the negotiations. Your position here may be uncertain.
Oh, why is that?
This is a trading station. A pirate station. In my experience, it is better to pay the bill before it becomes an issue.
Well, you said we have a few days until, we have to sort anything out, so we can just go down tomorrow. Tomorrow will be alright, surely.
We see him now.
Okay, we see him now.
The sooner we relocate these people, the better.
Lead on.
Yes. You will go. I stay here and talk to Dr. Helsing.
Alright, okay. Don't suppose we've got time for a 10-minute rest? No? It's been a hard day of drinking and smoking and shopping.
You are not here to drink and to smoke and to shop.
To be fair, the shopping was
Mr. Callahan is very pleased with your work. But right now, he needs you to work.
Alright, well let's get on down to
Let's go and see Upketch, son of Don Darkles.
Otto, how much are we working with here? And Blast kind of holds out his hand.
No, cred sticks. Not here. Here.
He connects your PCUs to his briefly, and sets up a live connection that allows you to see an interstellar bank account. This will be apparently a bank transfer. There is somewhere in the region of 250,000 credits in this account.
Jesus Christ.
You hear the motors in Blaz's eyes whirring away.
Okay, well that's not going to be our opening.
This is for the workers. Negotiate a good deal. But I have been sanctioned to provide this amount of funding to ensure their safety.
We'll make sure that it gets sorted.
Okay. With your understanding of international bank, essentially, as you look at it a little bit further on your NPCs, you kind of flick through the kind of the admin of it. You realise that effectively this is like a joint signatory account. So essentially, you can go negotiate with Upketch, kind of be like, we're going to transfer this amount to your account to cover whatever the bill is, and then essentially Otto from kind of behind the scenes can co-sign it, and the transfer takes place. That's how this system works.
I say before we go in, I say we start with an offer of 500 credits per person.
How many people are there?
100.
People, right?
Hmm.
That's 50,000 credits.
That's a good start.
I feel like that's a good. And if he wants to go higher, then we've got room to negotiate.
That's a good idea.
Also, I want to discreetly, as everyone is sort of like chatting and getting ready to leave, I want to discreetly hand Otto the stuff that
the records, yeah,
espionage that I conducted, and say this is a little something extra for Aldous if he wants it.
Yeah, the account records that we couldn't decipher, as it were. Not decipher, but we didn't know enough about to really understand, to make head or tail of it.
This may prove useful. Good work.
No worries.
Okay. So, to Upketch. You make your way back out of the ship, leaving Otto with Dr. Helsig and the rest of the refugees. She is still out there somewhere. You make your way back down through the Farrabarium until you once again reach the guarded doors. The very grand cathedral-like doors to the bridge of this former warship. And then I'm not going to tell you what you do. You tell me what you do from this point on. You are at the doors. There are garden doors.
Well, if we're going to need smooth talking instead of intimidation, should I talk to him again?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just going to say both my intimidation and diplomacy are plus 10. But you go for it. I will probably just get us in a worse position somehow.
If I need backup, I know who to go to first.
We can assist, can't we? We can roll to assist, can't we?
Clara. As an aside to Clara, Blaz says, look, if we let Face handle this, if Ketch doesn't lick his boots, we're going to end up in a fight. So I think maybe cooler heads should prevail.
My head's very warm, actually, but I get your point.
Ormungandr looks confused, stares at Bilaz and says, I am incredibly cold.
Not what he means, buddy.
We're just little shits today.
I like to think that anytime Ormungandr is confused about something, Face just sort of like tries to tell him what this like slang is, and just sort of goes on like a little, 5-minute explanation. Sometimes people just say shit and it means something else.
Like Clara was being sarcastic. Ormungandr just didn't understand.
Ormungandr looks at Face and says, why would you say something if you didn't mean it? And he sort of scrunches up his eyes, and his like lizard brain is just like, the cogs are like turning. Like you know the scene in The Simpsons where like Hope says he's deep in thought, and then it's just like a donkey or something sleeping under a tree. Like if you cut to Ormungandr's brain, it's just like two vests basically that look like the vest equivalents of Ken and Ryu from Street Fighter Turbo, just fighting each other.
So not known for his razor sharp irony then.
No.
Razor sharp in other ways.
Blaz gives a pained sigh and looks from Face to Ormungandr. It's like, oh god, way to ruin an idiom. And just kind of brushes past them into the bridge.
Ormungandr looks at Face and says, what's an idiot?
Okay, so as you enter the room, you once again see it's a little bit quieter on the bridge, but there are still quite a few living beings operating all the systems. As far as you can see, probably around 10. A crew of 10 on the bridge, there and thereabouts, of a variety of races. Some of which you recognise, some of which you don't, some of which you can't recognise because of their armour, outfits, robes, and the like. So it's an eclectic bunch. You also see a couple of security bots, much like the ones you ran into on Absalom on your arrival there. Seems like actually most of this ship is partly staffed by security drones, sort of bipedal, 6 or so feet tall. But you are met with the sight of Upketch, the older Yosoki, who is currently sitting in the captain's chair.
Oh, the Rusty Mustang. What can I do for you? It is very late.
Good evening, Upketch. We, come bearing good news.
Oh.
We have been authorized to negotiate on behalf of our benefactor.
Well, this is excellent news. You're ready to make a deal?
Yes. Well, how, just as a starting offer, how does 100 credits per head sound? Was it 100 per head? Oh no, what did you say? Was it 100 per head?
500, Captain.
500, sorry, I'm sorry, that's my bad. How does 500 per head sound? For each 100 of these refugees. Safely relocate them back to their homes.
And you have around 100 heads?
That's correct.
At this point, Upketch pulls out a small little tabulator and starts just rattling in some numbers and scratching his chin. Much like I'm about to do.
Captain, we don't have 100 heads. They're all still alive.
It's people, Ormungandr. 100 heads means 100 people.
Yeah.
They still have their heads. They're just attached to the rest of their living bodies. Like a head count. Did you never have to take head counts in the military?
I have taken many heads, Captain.
Of living people.
Oh, like troop strength.
Like a roll call.
I understand, Captain.
Okay, good boy.
Let me see.
I'm just loving the thinking noises. The sounds of mathematics.
Yes. 100. Oh, no. Oh, that's true. That's truly too much. Okay. How long you staying for?
Well, as long as it would take them to be safely transferred onto ships that would take them back to their home planets.
Or as long as it takes us to retrofit Mustang, our ship.
Well, these two very different things, and no clear answer for up. You stay a week, a month, a year?
It can't take more than a week, surely, with all the ships
How-
coming in here.
We live in a galaxy of wonders. All things possible.
Let's say a week. And if we get to the end of that week, we can extend. I'm sure we can.
Request further funds if necessary.
Exactly.
A week.
Lance chips in and says the refugees would have to be housed in comfortable sanitary conditions.
Humanitarian.
Absolutely.
I look like I disagree, but I don't say or do anything.
Ormungandr is still confused at the concept of a head count that doesn't involve the taking of actual
Clara
heads.
also looks like she disagrees but doesn't say anything. Actually, no, fuck it. She just looks at Blaz and is like, why?
Would they not just stay on our ship?
No,
The ship should be fine.
No, we don't want to go this ship.
Before I give you prize, I want to see these people. Show me, you show me.
Right, all of them right now.
Right now. You came here in the middle of the night, I go to you. In the middle of the night, we go right now. Come on, we go.
Oh, okay. I was going to say radioing to get 100 people out of the ship and up here might be a bit of a squeeze, but your way makes way more sense.
We go to you. Come on, come on.
Okay,
come on.
fantastic. As he's rustling up people,
Somebody tell
Clara's
Clan to make himself
Clara's
scarce.
just gonna kind of whisper to Face. She's gonna say out loud, Face, why don't you go and tell them we're expecting, and then whisper, him and Yala.
Oh yeah.
Come on, come on.
He hops down off his throne, and he's got like 4 of these security droids come with him. It's a pretty shady ship. He is in charge. He's not daft. And also the large armored character that she picked up tailing you the other week clunks behind him also. and one more character joins. You would recognise as a Patra, Sam. A female Patra, tall, lithe cat person, kind of like a humanoid tiger almost, in sort of tight, kind of shortish, multi-pocketed jacket, kind of rough canvas but tightly fitted, and a holster strapped to her leg. Looks like a pretty, I mean, if you excuse the pun, pretty serious cat. And the 7 of them kind of start marching towards the doors, like,
Okay, we go see your people. Let's go say hello.
and starts walking through the ship.
As kind of dawdles on the bridge for a minute, is there anything approaching a control panel that he can see?
There are big computer banks and stuff that are all being operated by other members of the crew. So there's only like 3 out. I mean, there's still like 7 people here operating those stations. As by the way, as you are kind of like having a little peek, sorry.
Come on, we go.
And he's gesturing it to you to like, come on.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay. Blaz brings up the rear of the group, keeping everyone in front of him.
Okay, cool. Okay, you make your way.
I'm gonna send a text to Clem. Because we told them that Clara's the captain, right?
You did.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna send a text to Clem saying we're having to come to the ship. If you don't want Upketch finding you, then I'd suggest staying out of sight. Also, tell Rubio to get everyone to refer to Clara as captain.
Give me a sleight of hand check.
Oh god.
Can I roll to assist?
You can.
Oh no.
I want to hide it with my fluffy tail.
Okay.
Tail.
Can I assist as well by blocking him away from Chitara so she can't see what's happening?
You can both give me an assist roll. Sleight of hand DC 10.
How?
I'm not very good at that. 16.
That's 1
Yeah,
plus 2.
I got 2.
So you get +2 to this sleight of hand check, Faye.
I rolled a 2.
Okay.
That's terrible.
16.
So 18.
No, I
Altogether.
rolled a 14, so 16.
Oh, okay. Oh, sorry.
16 with the
Yeah.
+2.
Yeah.
No one sees the message. But the Patra sees you, especially like everybody else was. The distraction worked partly well. Ormungandr did manage to kind of maneuver his bulk in such a way. But this Patra...
It's a Patra.
And as soon as you started to kind of be in any way conspicuous, Ormungandr, her attention was piqued. She didn't see the message, but she senses you're up to something. You can see that she's got a close eye on you now. Anyway, she seems to quietly have a word with Up as you approach the Rusty Mustang.
Oh, a fine ship. Big. Where'd you find such a ship?
Absalom Station.
Absalom. Many good ships on Absalom.
Issued by our benefactor.
Ah, yes, Mr. Callahan. Well, he certainly has. Well, you would think he could afford something newer. Such an old ship. The guns.
It keeps attention off us.
The guns, they're new.
If we flew around in a big flashy ship, we'd draw a lot more attention and we wouldn't be able to carry out our tasks.
I understand. These big flashy ships. I respect someone who can keep a low-profile ship in the air. She is low-profile. Those guns not so low-profile, don't know. Anyway,
Well,
let's
it
meet
only
your
needs
people.
to look inconspicuous.
Ah, clever, Captain Gale. Show me your ship. Exciting.
Okay, let's go and introduce you to the refugees. And she walks inside the ship.
Okay. The party follow you through, and obviously we're greeted by the refugees. Rubio Locust approaches and goes, "Hey there, Captain. We need to talk about the onward routing for these our passengers here. I've been going around talking to everybody, and I think we got an idea as to where everybody might like to head next. There's some questions about their contracts, though."
Questions?
Yeah.
Rubio, this is Upcatch. He runs this station.
All right.
We're in the middle of negotiating how to help everyone relocate. He wanted to see what we were dealing with.
Well, I see. Well, Mr. Ketch, it's good of you to let us touch down here. As you can see, we're in a bit of a way.
Oh, yes, many people, even for a big ship. Well, maybe we can find you somewhere a little more comfortable to lay down until all this is sorted out.
Well, I sure would appreciate that, Mr. Ketch. They're good people. You won't have any trouble from us.
Oh, no trouble. Much like your friends here. Well, do I get the tour?
Do you need a tour of the whole ship?
Business is built on relationships. You are captain. Your ship is your home. Says a lot about you.
Upcatch, let me show you the guns.
Oh, okay.
Said you lead him upstairs.
Yeah, Ormungandr, with no sense of irony or concealment, just wants to show off the guns because he likes the guns.
Okay.
He can't understand why anyone wouldn't want immediately to check out the guns.
He did already comment on them, so that's...
And then as soon as he goes, he just goes into meticulous and nerd-level details as to the guns.
So, okay.
Clara's just going to watch in awe.
Yeah, so you get up to the turrets. Just bear with me 1 second. I just have one of these to roll.
Oh, boy.
Okay. Give me 2 seconds here. Okay. Right.
Oh. It's very nice. So new and sparkly. Mr. Callahan must have been worried about you. But I thought you were on a humanitarian mission. Why would you need such firepower?
Can never be too careful.
Oh, is he saying that to me, or...?
Well, to all of you.
With respect, Sir Upcatch, I don't understand the question. Why wouldn't you always need this firepower? In the Veskarian, this would not be considered excessive, but if anything, subpar. Fine guns though they are.
In the Veskarium, they would use the Farrabarium for a taxi. Oh.
No, your trading station is a very fine ship.
Well,
I'm sure.
You do me a fine honor. You must need quite the engine core to drive such impressive weapons.
You must talk to our technomancer. He's an expert in such things.
Let's show him the engine.
Oh yes, I was always a mechanic before being a captain.
Les leads him slowly back towards the engine compartment, talking loudly all the way about the various technical attributes of the Rusty Mustang's power center.
As you approach the doors, there is you hear a clanking sound from the other side. The doors open.
Oh. Did you hear that?
Well, as you've pointed out, it's an older vessel. Sometimes settling, coupled with the recent battle damage we've experienced, has caused the substructure to expand and contract, and occasional metal pings sound like things being dropped.
Refugee children playing in the air ducts, no doubt.
Maybe. I didn't see any children in the hull. Maybe you have vermin aboard. Can cause all kinds of trouble on these old ships. Here, let me look.
He looks down into the vent.
Oh, yes. These are the sort of nooks and crannies you always find vermin. You must be careful, they'll get all up in your gubbins.
We'll make sure to get some pest control sorted out.
Very wise.
Thank you for the advice.
Well,
how big is the how big was the hatch he was like looking into the air then, Jay?
2-3 feet, 2 feet across, 2.5 feet across-ish. Pretty tight. Duct.
Well, your engines have been...
You know, it's rude to look into a lady's ship ducts without asking permission first, Mr. Ketch.
Oh, I apologize, Captain Gale. I've been out here a long time, and perhaps sometimes I come across as a little rude. I just get so excited about fine engineering.
Maybe a few too many pirates in your company.
Perhaps. I used to be something of a charmer in my day, though.
See it now.
Until you took an arrow to the knee.
Oh my god.
I want you all to give me a bluff check.
Fuck.
No assists to each other, just your own bluff checks, please.
Oh no.
24.
24 for face, very good. Very good face, well done.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh,
Well, let's go on to Ormungandr, shall we? Sam, how did your roll go? Your bluff roll? 6. And then we're going to go Zoe. That's a horrible time for an audio breakup. What was that? 7. And finally, last but not least, James.
1.
And that one, eh?
We're ruined.
Well,
We're in.
How the dice tables have turned, Connor.
Oh no, we were doing so well.
He's very he loves the engine working.
Blast, wasn't it? You do fine engine work. I haven't seen such attention to detail in so long, especially on such a, if you don't mind me saying, a low-key ship.
What ship?
Oh, I mean no offense, of course. It's just for a cargo hauler, it is. You truly take care of this ship, don't you?
I like to think that I do. Yes. I ferreted up a lot of aftermarket mead mods.
I can see. It's very distinctive work.
And he just darts off and starts working back through the ship. He goes,
Well, taken up so much of your time.
I appear to have located the vermin.
Well, it's funny you should say that, Miss Gale. There is a smell on your ship. Very familiar.
I mean, we did pick her up secondhand.
Jay. Ormungandr reaches down into his pouch and goes, yes, I haven't mastered the art of treating it yet, and pulls out the head and spine of, I think he was called Quint, who was the Yusoki, and goes, it's a little bit off. Could it be that? And just sort of puts it forward to it.
No, this is something else.
he just snuffles off down the corridor, and as you move to kind of, where's he off to? The group that he's with slightly tighten up. They know this sniff.
Such a distinctive ship. Such unique work.
And his hand shoots out to the control panel to Clem and Yala's bedroom.
I say, Upketch, before you go in there, that I must warn you, that is our party room. You might not want to see what's in there.
Have you heard of Madame Dragones?
Madame Dragones? I have heard of it. But it isn't a patch on my old haunt. The Rouge Saloon.
And he goes through, he steps into the room where a cowering Clem and Yala can be found.
Kib!
Well, hey there, Up. Long time no see.
Oh, God.
And that is where we are going to
Oh shit!
wrap up
Of course.
this week's
Oh
episode.
my god. Okay.
Guys, the one thing I'm good at is lying.
The one thing I'm not good at is lying.
Yeah, I mean, Clara's a tiny bit good at it, but not much.
I'm literally
She doesn't
minus
like
one
doing
to
it.
bluff. Okay? Like
She's
it's
+2,
not-
she just doesn't like to lie.
I have a +10.
That was quite the episode, folks. Well done. A player down. You guys made it through admirably. Real edge of the seat tension there. I very much enjoyed tonight. I hope you did too.
Yes. I got flirted with instead of kidnapped. What is this? Wednesday D&D?
Hey, look.
Yeah, but
it's season 2. I'm mixing it up.
You didn't lean into it.
Season 2. I'm mixing it up.
Skittermander.
Seriously, what is with, like, I would have thought the character that would be the racist character in Starfinder would be the best, but he's actually the open-minded one, not with you know, Bilaz, like, going around with his racist drug dealing, and you just looking down on this cute little bastard just because he's not tall enough.
Not what I meant.
Shame.
We are going to continue this argument.
You tried to pimp her out for a shop discount.
I mean, she's got you there.
It wasn't like you were going to notch him off or anything.
Guys, look, we have to be careful. We're 10 minutes over. James hasn't got his camera on. We could have lost him already for all we know. So, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this week. And chat, thank you so much for being here with us. The Platinum Lounge, good to see you. Krieg, CB, everybody. And a special thanks to Ezraim for the follow and the Prime sub. Really appreciate that. It's so nice to have you guys aboard. And Vampire Child as well. Love the new people.
For a shop discount.
In case you haven't been keeping up, I've been publishing all of the backlog of our archived episodes of Starfinder from the very beginning up on YouTube. They're premiering every single night at 8:30 at the moment until we are caught up, and then we'll be back to one a week. So yeah, help me out, help me break the algorithm. Chuck me a like, chuck me subscribe, chuck me a comment. Comments are excellent. I'd love to hear what you guys think. So yeah, please do get involved. Thank you, Morbidang. Thank you so much for being here, guys.
Picking on Clara on the first 20 videos.
It's just difficult because you make it so fun. Anyway, yeah, please do consider potentially sending a tip across. All this laboratory glassware and low frame rate tech is quite expensive. It helps me no end. And of course, don't forget to join the Discord to keep up to date with all of the latest streaming news and hang out with us through the week. Right, we are going to sign off YouTube. We're going to run the credits, come back for a little post-stream powwow and work out who to raid out to tonight. But yeah, amazing fun. Thank you very much. And YouTube, we'll see you next week. See you later.
you